All right. So, hi guys. Tonight our call is on the leadership ladder. I am going to record this call so that you guys can go back and look through the notes on what the leadership ladder is and why it's important to pay attention to. And kind of Beachbody sort of invented this to help people to understand, we kind of focus on rank. Okay, I need to get to emerald and then diamond, ruby, and then diamond. And it seems sort of like some ranks we sit at for a long time before we move forward. So how do we know that we're doing the things it takes to continue to build our business if we're not seeing, a rank change necessarily? So that's what the leadership ladder kind of does for us. It explains that process of how to look at your business and know that you're continuing to grow, even if that's not necessarily happening yet with rank or whatever. So the leadership ladder. If you want further training, actually I should get out of this and show you, if you want further training on the leadership ladder beyond this call, just know that you can find it. If you go to your back office and you go to news and training, go to training, and then when you click on that, you're going to have all different kinds. And if you guys don't know this training is here, just so you know, there are all different kinds of trainings for you. How to get started, how to get started as like a new coach. What are the fundamentals? How to grow into Ruby and Emerald, Diamond and 1-star, so on and so forth. So even if you're not sure how to plug in necessarily to training with the team, there's always available training for you to be looking into right there in your back office. Let's see. I think I can X out on Facebook. I don't think I need anything on there to show you guys, unless it's going to freeze. It's fantastic. So then the leadership ladder is at the very bottom of this. So you can go into leadership ladder. You can learn about, there's a video from Michael Neiman and there's a video from Melanie Mitro, both explaining the leadership ladder in more in depth. That is also where you'll find this picture of what the leadership ladder is. So I'm going to go into full screen and we will get on with the show. So this also tells you what each benchmark is in the leadership ladder so that you know this is where I start and these are the steps, these are the rungs. So if you are taking notes, this is the progression of working up the rungs of the leadership ladder. We're going to go into each one of them. So the first one is being a business starter. So this is what happens when you sign up as a coach. And becoming a business starter really depends on your growth. Some people can do this overnight. Some people can do this, it takes them a while. So there is no timeline that you have to be on to create your business. Some people sign up as a discount coach and then decide way later, okay, I want to grow a business out of this. But if you decide that this is a business for you, then becoming a business starter is the number one thing you need to start paying attention to. So a business starter is always going to hit Success Club 5. That is the bare minimum of what it takes to run this business. It's also very, very doable. Beachbody doesn't make success something kind of unachievable. It's very doable. So Success Club 5 is helping 3 people a month on their health and fitness goals. And you call that business starter because that shows that you're actually investing and working with people, which is the point of what we're doing. 100 bonus points, which is also the same as commission. So you're going to be earning $100 a month in commissions. If you're hitting Success Club 5, then you will always be earning at least $100 a month in your commissions. So what do I do? How do I become a business starter? How do I make that happen? First of all, you're going to connect with other people. You're going to be making a list and working from that list. You're going to launch your business. You're going to let everybody know what you're doing. You're going to talk to your friends and family and people around you about what you're doing. And you're going to invite people to join you, whether that be the coaching opportunity or the challenge groups that we offer. Or even coaching at a glance groups, figuring out like, hey, join my coach opportunity call. See if this is something that might fit you. Free groups, 7-day groups to just get people understanding what the point of a fitness and nutrition support group is. Then next is selling 3 challenge packs. So in order to sell challenge packs, that seems a little bit overwhelming, but really selling 3 challenge packs just has to do with asking questions. you're going to start conversations with people. This is not a get rich quick thing. It's not something that like 10 people will write you and say, yeah, sign me up for your next group. You're going to have to do a little bit of work. So you're going to ask questions, find their struggles, learn about them. What have they done before that's worked for them? What are their fears, hesitations, things that they're really good at? And then this is a really important part, that as a coach, you're going to add value to them in a way where you're showing them, not only can I hook you up with fitness and nutrition, but my job is to support you. I'm here for you. I'm going to help you through this, not only with the group support, but with me personally, that I'm here to help you overcome, and that you know that you have that hand to hold. So selling 3 challenge packs really starts with you being confident in your role as a coach and knowing I have what it takes to be able to help people. And so you let them know that's my job. I'm going to earn this commission by really placing my value in you as you walk this journey. You're not doing that alone. Then you're also going to lead by example. Do your personal development. You cannot help someone else grow where you are not willing to grow or where you haven't grown yet. So you need to be working on you so that you are more able to help other people. Always, always be plugging into personal development. I think I say that on every single call, and I can't stress it enough, because if there's anything that's going to help you push through the struggles of building your own business and helping other people to overcome their hurdles and struggles, it's going to be this part. Do personal development. Post your workouts and your food logs. Be familiar with the sweaty pictures. Don't ever shy away from the awkwardness that comes with the business. You have to be willing to do things that other people won't. You have to share your story. You have to open up. You want to show other people that not only can they trust you, but that you're a real person and that you're someone that they want to follow. So be interesting. Share your life. Share your story. Share who you are. Share what you're doing. And then get trained up so that you don't have to know everything when you first come in, but you do have to be willing to learn all the time. So do coach basics, use a business activity tracker, use your 7-day quick start, listen to the national coach calls and the team calls, be on the team calls. These are the things that set us up for understanding what it takes to build a business. Next is moving up the rung to team builder. So this is when you start to kind of create maybe more of a business out of this. You're not just kind of a hobby coach figuring things out. You're actually saying, I'm doing this. I'm building a team. I'm growing myself to success by having other people come along with me. So same thing. You only have to hit Success Club 5 in order to be a team builder. This is the benchmark of success in your business. If you are hitting Success Club 5 every month, you are going to be successful in Beachbody, period. So you are also Emerald to Diamond rank. So anywhere in there, you are now a team builder. As long as you are hitting Success Club 5, you are earning $250 a month, and you have 200 team volume points on your weak leg. So if you don't know how to look on this, you will go into your back office, you'll go to My Business, My Volume, and it'll show you on there where your volume is. You can also look on your leadership ladder. It'll tell you your last month's volume on your weak leg and this month's volume on your weak leg. So you can kind of gauge, where am I at? What am I working towards? Always be paying attention to your weak leg volume, because you want to grow your weak leg and make it stronger. And then you need 2 coaches. So obviously if you're Emerald, you're going to have 2 coaches. So those 2 coaches need to have at least 1 Success Club point. So your coaches need to now be helping other people to reach their health and fitness goals. That shows that you are helping to build your team. Okay. So, anywhere from Emerald to Diamond, you might have 8 coaches and only 2 of them need to be having 1 Success Club point or more. Obviously, the more people who are building their team, the more successful your team will be. So encouraging each other, guys, we want to be helping people. We want to be influencing other people's lives and adding value. So we should be hitting our Success Club every month. So what do I do? If I want to be a team builder, what do I need to do? First, you need to retain customers and you need to support your customers. If you want to retain your customers, you do that by supporting them. Help them reach their goals. Learning that balance between helping them along but not carrying them along. Then you want to turn your customers into coaches. You want to feel really comfortable saying you would be an amazing coach and this is why, and then helping them get started in their coaching journey and helping them bring other people along with them. You want to help your coaches get started right. Don't overcomplicate the process. We run this business on 3 vitals: personal development, inviting, and being a product of the product. So don't get so caught up in, well, and this is how you rank advance, and this is what you need to do. And like, hit Success Club 5 by being a product of the product, doing personal development, and inviting people to your next group. That's what it takes to succeed. So don't get so caught up on, oh, I don't know all the answers. You do know that, and you're doing that. And so you can help your coaches get started right by sharing that with them. And then be always working towards your next rank advancement. Be helping your coaches to grow into Emerald. Be adding new coaches to your team. Never lose sight of what you want your team to be and how you're trying to grow yourself as you help grow other people. So that's becoming a team builder. The next is a team leader, which again is Success Club 5. Although if you are now a team leader, I would suggest that you start thinking about really hitting Success Club 10 every month as a non-negotiable, because at this point you are leading a team. You really, really want your team to see you leading the way, leading by example. It doesn't mean you have to do that perfectly, but that it's always kind of a benchmark for you to be focusing on that 10 as a non-negotiable versus 5. This is diamond rank and above. You need to be earning $1,000 a month in your Beachbody business, and you need to have 5,000 team volume points on your weak leg, which again can be seen in your back office on your leadership ladder or in your volume. You can go into your business in your volume and see it there too. So what do? I want to be a team leader. I'm at team builder. I really want to go to team leader. What do I need to do? You need to pay attention to your back office. You need to be looking now at your downline. You need to start thinking businessy with what you're doing and how you're adding. You need to pay attention to your weak legs and strong legs. You really need to be setting up a call with your upline coach to say, okay, where do I place people and how do I help them grow and what do I need to be paying attention to? Because that's kind of a hard thing to learn on your own. If you don't reach out to your upline coach, then you really need to be doing training on that on your own. If you're one of those people who prefers to kind of work on their own, make sure you're learning, how do I build strong legs? How do I watch my downline enough to know what's shaky and when customers or coaches might drop off and how to bring people along? You want to pay attention to that back office like a hawk. And then you want to start developing emeralds. Be duplicatable with what you're doing. Lead your own team calls, do trainings, challenge groups. And this is kind of the part where your team sort of breaks off and you're leading groups with your newer coaches, and then your leader coaches are breaking off and doing their own groups. So they need to feel really comfortable in what it looks like to run a group, and you need to be encouraging them in their success as they start breaking off. So that's what it looks like to be a team leader. And each one of these benchmarks, I will honestly say, takes overcoming lots of hurdles, but most of them have to do with fear and self-confidence and things like that, that really that personal development piece and continuing to walk the journey even when it's a little challenging and hard, that will give you the success that you're looking for. It's not going to be this magic, like all of a sudden I'm a team leader, so I should feel like a leader. No, you have to, each rung you're at, you're going to have to continue to trust and develop yourself and trust that you have what it takes as you learn. I say this over and over too, you grow as you go. So keep moving forward, even if you don't necessarily see that you know what you're doing yet, because there's been many times along this journey that I've failed my way forward. So don't be afraid to do that as well as you move yourself through these rungs. Next is an organizational leader. So this is where you're leading like a full organization of coaches. Now your coaches are starting to become successful coaches. You are helping them. And on this last one, you have to have 4 coaches a month with at least 1 Success Club point. So 4 of your personally sponsored coaches need to be hitting at least 1 success. They need to be helping at least somebody every month. So again, encouraging your coaches to go out and add value to people and bring them into our challenge groups and help them along the way, whether that be with business or their health and fitness goals in a group. Okay, so organizational leader. This is where you're hitting Success Club 10. According to the benchmarks, you really only have to hit 5. But again, you really need to be hitting Success Club 10 at this level of leadership. And in my opinion, you can still be an organizational leader while only hitting Success Club 5 though. This is a 2-star diamond rank, and you need to be earning $2,500 a month in commissions and have 15,000 team volume on your week leg. This all might seem a little overwhelming to a business starter, but it's also very cool to start thinking like, oh my gosh, in just a few years, this could be me. It doesn't take that long to build this business successfully if you continue to track with Success Club 5 and growing and adding people to your team. And naturally, people get added to your team through doing challenge groups. They start to see what they love about this business opportunity. So it seems less overwhelming if you start thinking of it as you're dreaming big, okay? So organizational leader might be very far off, but really it's just around the corner. That's how fast time flies. So at this point, a 2-star diamond means that you have helped 2 of your coaches to diamond. So you have hit diamond yourself, and you've helped 2 of your coaches to hit diamond. This is all in team training too. So don't get overwhelmed by, well, what does that mean? This is just so that you can start laying out a foundation for yourself of understanding how to work through the leadership ladder and how to pay attention and track your success in the business. So 6 of your coaches need to have 1 Success Club point. What I love about this is an organizational leader is I consider that high up in the company. This is when you start getting quarterly bonuses from the company. Huge things start happening. And at 2-star, you have probably, anywhere from 15 to 20 coaches underneath you. So less than half of those coaches only need 1 Success Club point. Again, the point of this is it's not so difficult that it's impossible for anyone to do. Anyone can do this. You guys are fully capable of growing a business where you can do these very things and create an amazing amount of success for yourself. So in order to be considered an organizational leader, what do I need to do? You need to start asking yourself, what kind of leader am I? Okay, how am I supporting others? Am I filling myself with the enrichment I need to know how to support others better, to learn more about my back office or my left leg, right leg volume? Am I reaching out and getting the help that I need, surrounding myself with other leaders to learn from? Am I leading my team calls, showing other people how to lead? Am I helping others in areas that they're weak? So one thing that you can do is you can take your coaches on your team and you can be writing down their goals so that they're right in front of you and you can know, this is how I lead. I'm going to help these people reach their goals. If that becomes very important to me, then my team is going to succeed because I've got their goals right in front of me and I'm helping them do that. So an organizational leader starts to think totally differently. It's not just you building a business. It's now you fully supporting and helping other people to do their business as well. Then last one is an executive leader. So an executive leader, again, you only have to hit Success Club 5, but I would say if you want to be an executive leader, you need to be hitting Success Club 10 every month. That's helping 5 people. That's really not so many, especially if you think about how several of your customers are going to be turning into coaches. You're getting Success Club points from your new coaches and from your challengers that you're bringing into the continued groups. This is 5-star diamond rank. So again, 5 of your coaches have reached the rank of diamond just like you have. So you've become duplicatable. They are following what you are leading and showing them to do. You need to be earning $6,500 a month, which again seems astronomical when you just spent, $100 just to get into the business or whatever. But this is seriously like 5 years down the road. That's 3 years, 3 to 5 years down the road. I mean, to be this successful in your business, you can't do that anywhere else. And it just takes Success Club 5, doing the 3 vital behaviors, being a product of the product, inviting, and personal development. If you do these minimum things, you guys, the compound effect tells us just keep doing these little things over time. And before you know it, you're going to blink your eyes and this is going to be you. You need 8 of your coaches with Success Club with at least 1 Success Club point. So what do I do if I want to be an executive leader in this business? What does that look like? You need to start paying attention to where your holes are. So always be knowing and evaluating, being able to evaluate how you're doing, and knowing what are some things I need to improve on, some ways that I could give more focused attention to, some things that I'm doing really well that are working for me so that I can help my coaches to do that same thing. And then areas that you have holes, reminding your other coaches, like, maybe this is a hole for you too, and let's try to work on this together. So holding each other accountable, being supportive as a team. And then be focused again on your coach and their goals. They all have an equal playing field in their coaching business. Everybody has the same opportunity to go from business starter all the way up to an executive leader. Every single person who signs up can do that, but you have to give your time and energy to the people who want that most, because it takes a lot, just like our challengers, it takes a lot of time and energy to pour into them, but you want to do that for people who are growing, who are working really hard, and who are doing what it takes. It's an amazing feeling to be a part of somebody else's success. So it's a very exhausting feeling to give your time to somebody who doesn't want it and you're carrying them. So know the difference and make sure that you don't feel this incredible amount of guilt for somebody who's not working, because that's their decision. And what they want to do with their life is ultimately up to them. You can motivate and you can inspire and you can remind them of their goals, but you cannot work their goals for them. So give your time to the people who really want it. Know their goals. Know how you can help them achieve their goals. Know what they're motivated by based on their personality styles and the things that they're motivated by, as far as, incentives or helping people or fun and excitement or whatever, organizational skills. Know their gems. And if you don't know about gems, then ask your personally sponsored coach what gems means. So that's how you work through the leadership ladder. Again, I'm going to post the PowerPoint on the page so you can go back and you can look through this, and then you can re-listen to the team call to know where to find more information about the leadership ladder or other trainings that Beachbody has, and how to work through the leadership ladder for yourself. The last one I put a whole entire page of personal development books, because in order to grow in this business, sure, you can know I need to hit Emerald, I need to get Success Club 5, I need to blah, 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 and it becomes a checklist. But without personal development, you're going to really struggle to work your way through what it takes to be successful, because jumping outside of your comfort zone and moving forward is not always an easy thing to do. If it was, a whole lot more people would be successful in life. But it's a hard thing, and personal development definitely takes the hard and makes it so much easier. So write down some of these books. Figure out where to get started. I would say The Compound Effect or The Slight Edge are great books to get started with. That's why they're number one. Anything by John C. Maxwell is going to bless your life, so he is another good one. Jab, Jab, Right Hook is really good for social media. All these things are going to help your business grow. If you cannot read books, maybe get them on tape. If you don't have that much time to listen, then do podcasts. Whatever happens, make sure you're plugged into personal development and connected to your upline coach, listening to national coach calls and getting on the team call. The more you surround yourself with support, growth, knowledge, a thriving environment, the more it's going to help you to develop that in yourself, even when it gets hard or challenging or there's stressful things going on in your personal life or whatever. So that's huge. I would definitely 100% say get plugged in to personal development. So that is the end of the slideshow, and I want to leave it open for some conversation. Tigra, what did you send? What are those?
Party things.
Oh, okay. They don't show up on my computer like that. They show up as little black dots. Okay. Does anybody have any questions? Anything they want to ask? Anything that would help clarify some of this for you guys? Not yet. It's probably kind of hard for you back there because you're like brand new. You're like, wait, I miss business
Yeah.
starter, and that's where I am.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Okay, so you're just going to go back and you're going to watch the slideshow over again. The very beginning
Okay.
one is where your first benchmark is. So the leadership ladder was invented just to help everyone understand, like, what do I need to do to know that I'm actually growing this as a business? And so it breaks it down in a very simple way so that you can know, okay, this can seem really overwhelming when you sign up and you don't know where you are and you don't know how to succeed. And so saying, oh, Success Club 5, okay, I can find 3 people this month that I can help or bring into a challenge group, or that also want to coach because they need an extra income for themselves or supplement their income or whatever. So that's number 1. $100 a month is the next one, and anyone who hits Success Club 5 is going to make at least $100 a month. So that's cool. I just hit that one. And that's all it takes to be a business starter. So when you hit that rung, then you can pay attention to your next rung and say, okay, what does it take to move up the ladder? And it's so simple to grow this business. The hardest part is working on you. So that's why all that personal development is there, because we overcomplicate the business so much by feeling like we have to do it all right. But just like life, we don't do everything perfectly. And that's kind of the great thing, that we can do this business even with all of our imperfections and weakness and craziness and life stress and whatever, that you can still be successful with this business just by doing 3 vital behaviors. And I don't know if you've learned about that yet, or if you heard me say it, but it's inviting people to your challenge groups or to coaching, being a product of the product. So you're sharing on social media and with people that you know what workouts you're doing and what Shakeology is doing for you. And then doing personal development. So that's that last slide that I touched on. If you do those 3 things on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, and you continue that over time, that's it. Seriously, that's it. So you're going to learn a lot more about how to do those things well, how to overcome objections, how to invite to coaching, how to step outside your comfort zone, whatever. But always bring it back to that simple thing of, these are the 3 things that it takes. And it helps to go through these benchmarks, because even when it seems complicated and even when I'm not sure, if I do these things, this is what everyone's telling me it takes to be successful. So I have to trust that. I have to trust that I just keep taking one step in front of the other, and pretty soon I've run a marathon and I don't even know how I did it, So don't pay attention to, I have 26 miles to run, because if you look at or the executive leader, it seems like, oh my gosh, that's impossible. But right now you're just a business starter. I could do that. Okay, I'm a business starter. Now I'm going to get to Emerald. Okay, I could do that. I could have 2 people on my team. Cool. Now I'm growing my team. I'm going to be a business builder or a team builder or whatever. So it becomes these little steps that compound on top of each other until all of a sudden you're an executive leader on the team, and you're like, wait, all I did was one little thing after another, right? So that's the point of why this was created and how it helps you to track. Because like I said at the beginning, sometimes we stay at one thing for a long time, like maybe we're Emerald for a long time or Diamond for a long time, and we're not quite sure, are we doing what it takes to move to the next place? So the leadership ladder was invented so that people knew, I'm tracking for success in this company because I'm doing 1, 2, 3 that it says on here to do. So if I pay attention to that, then I'll move up, and pay attention to that, I'll move up, and it's easy to break down. So we're really excited you're on the team.
Yeah. I know it's kind of scary though. I mean, I'm not going to lie, it is scary because I'm not that, I'm kind of outgoing, but not really that outgoing, like to people I know, it's different, but to new people, it's like, I don't know. It's just weird. So I guess I need to probably start with people I know.
Totally.
So.
And that's the thing, like, you focus on where your strengths are, and you don't feel like that. You keep that marathon mindset in your mind. Okay. Like, you don't have to become something that you're not. The best thing about this business is you be you the best way you know how. And sure, definitely you're going to have to step outside your comfort zone. Like, I don't have any desire to post a sweaty picture on social media because that's awkward and weird. But sometimes you're going to have to do that because you want people to know. And it gets easier because you're like, no, what I'm doing feels so good. I want to share with other people that I just did a workout that kicked my butt, and I can't believe I feel so good afterwards.
Yeah.
Now it's not so scary anymore. And what seemed really scary at first isn't. And you haven't changed your whole personality being in this business, but you have allowed yourself to open up in ways that you might not have before. And it's actually quite freeing. What you thought
Yeah.
was scary becomes not. It's a very invigorating thing. It kind of becomes like a roller coaster ride where you're standing in line and you're thinking, no way, no way. And then you're on the ride and you're like, why didn't I do this sooner? This is so amazing. And I'm not even kidding. That's what keeps you, and that's what helps you to continue to be successful. So if you come up to something and you're like, oh my gosh, no, that's too scary, I'm not going to do it. Just think about what it's going to feel like to be on that roller coaster ride. Don't focus on the fear, because the fear will paralyze you and it'll make you feel like you can't move forward. But that's not going to get to control you unless you let it. And if you let it, you're going to be missing out on the ride of your life. And I'm not just saying that. I'm sitting here because I didn't believe it either, but I kept pushing myself in faith. And I'm so glad that I am here, because this business has changed my whole life. It's changed everything about my life. So it's definitely worth it to push through those fear things. You don't have to try to be like anybody else on the team or anyone you see around you to be successful, but you do have to be the greatest version of yourself that you ever could imagine being. And that doesn't come just by being like, okay, today I'm going to wake up and I'm going to be the best version of me. It comes from personal development and just trusting that your goals are worth jumping out of your comfort zone for. Your goals are worth standing in that line for, and jumping on that ride and strapping on your seatbelt. And every single step that it takes, you keep going and you keep trusting, and you don't have to be this peppy, outgoing, fun, friendly, person. You can be you. Because imagine if everybody was the same way, right? Like that would be really boring, number one. And you could only help a handful of people. We're all really unique. So what's great about that is you being uniquely you can help so many people just by you saying like, this is what I'm like. And other people are drawing into you and feeling like, oh, I'm totally like that too. Or that really touched my life today. Or I never thought about it that way, but I'm really drawn to the way that she thinks or does things, or by the way she motivates. So just be okay with the fact that you're not something that you don't feel comfortable being, but don't be afraid of what it feels like to share you openly too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And don't be afraid of people telling you no. Read what's going forward, because trust me, like you'll hear a lot of people tell you no, and it never means no to you, and it never means no to what you're offering them. It just means not right now. And I'm having a coach sign up tonight with me who was on my dream team day one, almost 2 years ago. So that happens oftentimes where people are just not really sure. It takes a lot of their own personal growth and development to even consider the possibility. So don't take it personally, because that will also drown you. Like, oh, I can't hear another no. One more no means you're that much closer to a yes. And a yes means you get to be a part of that person's life, and you get to help change their life in a way that nobody else will do. I mean, we just don't support each other enough. There's way too much negativity. It's so nice to be a positive influence in people's life and get to say like, I'm doing this with you, and I'm really excited for what this is going to look like, and share that whole journey with them. So anyway.
Hey, I was one of Tigra's no's. I told her no when she asked me a long time ago. Yeah.
We'll see. And
crazy.
You are. And trust me, it is a very, very good choice. I was a no too. I was a no to the point of tears. Like, I'm a people pleaser and I really don't want to say no to you, but I just don't want to do this at all. I do not want to I cannot see myself becoming a coach. And now I finished my master's degree, and I'm like, I can't wait to just not work at all and just be home as a Beachbody. So
hey,
you never
cool.
Yeah, you never know. It's very freeing to be able to create your own life, what you want your life to look like, and how you want your life to operate, and how much money you want to make, and how, if you just continue driving yourself, you have limitless potential for your freedom. And I don't know, to me, that's just like worth pushing through the ups and downs and funks and weirds and fears and scared and whatever.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be a roller coaster, so I guess I better buckle up.
That's right. And you've got a huge team of support around you. So we're all in line going, hey, come on, you got it
Don't worry, I'm sure I'll be calling T-Girl. I know how to do this.
That's okay. Teachers have lots of those conversations with me, and I've had a lot of those conversations with Lisa. So it just works its way up the line. We've all been there. And that's exactly what I was telling my coach who's going to sign up tonight, that there is no question that you have that we haven't all had at least 10 times. So don't be afraid to ask it, and don't be afraid to say it, because that's part of our own personal growth to be able to help others when they go through those same challenges we had. And it helps us grow too, to be able to solidify in you and help you grow. So we're all in this process together, and there is no point that you get to where you're like, I've arrived. It's just part of the journey to keep going.